Have you ever felt out of place in a world where fitting in seems to be the ultimate goal? Most people conform to societal norms without a second thought, but some individuals, Sigma males, simply cannot. It's not a choice, it's a fundamental part of who they are. While others find comfort in blending in, Sigmas thrive by standing apart. Psychologists call this strategic non-conformity. Studies show that individuals who reject herd mentality often display higher levels of self-awareness and problem-solving abilities. Sigma males are the embodiment of this. They see life not as a checklist to complete, but as a puzzle to solve on their own terms. While most people follow unspoken rules without question, Sigma males ask the one thing society doesn't want you to ask. Why? Think about it. How often do we do things simply because that's just the way it's done? Small talk at parties, chasing likes on social media, or living for the weekend, these habits seem harmless, even normal. But for Sigma males, these rituals feel hollow and stifling. They can't bring themselves to follow a path that doesn't resonate with their values, even if it means walking alone. Let's explore 5 common habits they simply cannot do, and why their refusal might make you rethink your own choices. Buckle up. This isn't your average personality breakdown. It's a call to question everything. Reason 1. Blindly following social norms. For most people, the unspoken rules of society are a compass. Dress this way, speak that way, celebrate these holidays. It's all part of being normal. But for Sigma males, these norms feel like a straitjacket. Imagine a crowded escalator. Everyone stands still, shuffling forward, waiting their turn. A Sigma male is the one who takes the stairs next to it, not because they're in a rush, but because the escalator represents mindless conformity, a path chosen simply because it's there. This rejection of norms isn't rebellion for rebellion's sake. Sigmas aren't anarchists. They simply question why things are done a certain way. If the answer doesn't align with their logic or values, they quietly carve their own path. Philosophically speaking, this trait resembles Nietzsche's concept of the Ubermensch, an individual who transcends societal rules to create their own moral code. The Sigma male doesn't follow the crowd. They lead themselves, even if it means walking alone. But here's the kicker. Their quiet defiance often inspires others to break free from their own invisible chains. It's not about being a rebel, it's about being authentic. Reason 2. Engaging in small talk. If you've ever seen someone endure small talk like a prisoner counting seconds, you've likely encountered a Sigma male. Conversations about the weather, traffic, or what someone had for lunch are kryptonite to them. While most people use small talk as a social lubricant, Sigma males find it unbearably shallow. Their minds crave depth, meaning, and purpose. They're not interested in how your day was. They want to know why you woke up this morning. This isn't arrogance, it's wiring. Studies in psychology suggest that highly introspective individuals like Sigma males experience higher levels of dopamine from meaningful conversations than from surface-level exchanges. Their brains are essentially tuned to reject triviality in social settings. This makes them enigmatic. A Sigma male might listen politely during a mundane group chat but won't contribute much. Then someone drops a philosophical question or an unexpected observation, and suddenly the Sigma comes alive. Their words carry weight because they've been sitting on layers of untapped insight, waiting for the right moment to speak. Their disdain for small talk also explains their limited social circles. They'd rather have 2 meaningful friendships than 20 casual acquaintances. And if you're lucky enough to crack the surface, you'll find depths worth exploring. Reason 3. Seeking validation from others. Validation is the currency of modern society. Likes on social media, applause from coworkers, or even a nod of approval from a stranger can light up the reward centers in most people's brains. But for Sigma males, external validation holds as much value as a counterfeit bill. Why? Because their sense of worth is internally generated. Sigmas are self-reliant in the truest sense. They don't chase applause because they're busy clapping for themselves. This independence often baffles others. In a world addicted to attention, how does someone not care what people think? It's not that Sigmas are immune to criticism or praise. They just don't let it define them. This attitude ties back to Stoic philosophy, which teaches that happiness comes from within, not from external circumstances. A Sigma male embodies this mindset effortlessly. They measure success by their own standards, not society's yardstick. In practical terms, this means they're unlikely to post selfies fishing for compliments or seek promotions just for the title. They're more concerned with the substance behind the action. This self-sufficiency is liberating, but can make them seem aloof or arrogant to those who don't understand their nature. Reason 4. Participating in groupthink. Have you ever been in a meeting where everyone nods in agreement, even if the idea on the table is mediocre at best? Sigma males live for the moments when they cannot nod along. Groupthink, the psychological phenomenon where people prioritize harmony over critical thinking, is anathema to a Sigma male. They see it as intellectual laziness, a surrender of individual responsibility for the sake of belonging. But Sigmas aren't contrarians for the sake of it. When they challenge an idea, it's because they've dissected it from every angle and found it lacking. This often makes them the voice of reason in echo chambers, though their dissent isn't always welcome. The late Steve Jobs, often considered a Sigma-like figure, famously said, "Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice." Sigmas live by this mantra. They trust their instincts over the collective consensus, even if it means standing alone. This resistance to groupthink is also why Sigmas excel in problem-solving. Their ability to think independently allows them to see solutions others miss. But it's a double-edged sword. They're often labeled as difficult or uncooperative by those who mistake their independence for arrogance. Reason 5, living for the weekend. For many, life is a cycle of enduring Monday to Friday and living for the weekend. The promise of 2 days of freedom becomes the ultimate motivator. But for Sigma males, this lifestyle feels like a trap. Sigmas don't see work as a means to an end. They view it as an extension of their purpose. If their job aligns with their values, they pour themselves into it with quiet intensity. But if it doesn't, they'll either find a way to make it meaningful or walk away entirely. This mindset sets them apart. While others chase fleeting pleasures, weekend parties, vacations, or material possessions, Sigmas chase fulfillment. They'd rather spend their Saturday night working on a passion project than at a crowded bar. This isn't to say Sigmas don't know how to relax. They do, but on their own terms. A long hike, a deep book, or a quiet evening reflecting on their goals feels far more rewarding than the temporary high of social events. Their rejection of the living for the weekend mindset is a testament to their desire for a life of substance. They're not content with fleeting joys, they seek enduring meaning. Sigma males are not loud leaders or rebellious outliers. They are quiet revolutionaries. They don't demand attention, yet they draw it effortlessly. They don't preach change, yet their actions inspire transformation. By simply existing as themselves, they challenge societal norms that many of us accept without question. At the core of their essence lies a truth that many overlook. Freedom doesn't come from doing whatever you want. It comes from knowing what truly matters to you and living in alignment with it. Sigma males embody this principle. They strip life of unnecessary noise, focusing only on what resonates with their inner values. In a world obsessed with trends, their timeless authenticity makes them stand apart. But let's be honest, walking the Sigma path isn't easy. It requires courage to reject validation, to say no to small talk, and to live outside the comforting embrace of groupthink. It demands a relentless commitment to self-awareness and the willingness to walk alone when the crowd veers off course. And that's the Sigma male's true gift to the world. They don't just exist outside the system, they remind us that the system is optional. Their choices show that life doesn't have to revolve around chasing validation, conforming to norms, or living for the weekend. It can instead be a journey of depth, purpose, and self-defined meaning. So the next time you encounter a Sigma male, or feel that pull to step off the beaten path, pause. Ask yourself, am I living my truth, or am I living someone else's version of it? If this opened your eyes to a new perspective, hit subscribe and join us for more insights that challenge the norm and inspire your journey. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.